Hey, if you're having erectile dysfunction or ED issues and no matter what you do, you can't get your erections back, or if you're just having a problem getting over the hump with getting more reliable erections, then hey, what I'm going to do today is give you the information that you need fast. In fact, that's what I mean. We're talking about fasting and what it can do to help your body in overcoming ED and overcoming erectile issues. And hey, my name is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 20 years I've been a sexual performance coach with African Fly, the liquid aphrodisiac. And of course, one of the biggest things that people miss out on in life is fasting and what it can do for your body. Specifically, what I'm going to talk about today is a simple way to look at your body and how it deals with fasting, the different types of fasting, and how to use fasting to help you with erectile dysfunction. And as a bonus, I'm going to give you one simple tip that a lot of people miss that messes up their fasting process. And of course, I need to thank you guys. Thank you for we're reaching 80,000 subscribers. That's insane. I really appreciate you joining us in this community, leaving comments. It's all appreciated. And of course, if you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. And what I'm going to do is break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. My song. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, I want you to do something real quick with me. Just take a deep breath in. Now you saw that process, right? The body just got bigger. It just inflames. That's because everything that comes into your body has to react to. So whether it's air, food, or water is coming into your body has to react, and that reaction is inflammation. So if you're drinking water, juice, coffee, or alcohol, they have different levels of inflammation. So of course, water is going to have the least, alcohol will have the most. And the same thing applies to food, whether it's live food or dead food, the only two food groups there are. So with live food, vegetation, there's still going to be inflammation, even though the food itself, even though vegetation helps reduce inflammation. Not everything in a vegetable is there for you. So it has some lectins and things like that that will cause inflammation to your body. When we're talking about the dead food, whether it's processed plants like potato chips or pasta, it's going to have a level of inflammation. And of course, dead animal flesh, that's going to have the most levels of inflammation. And simply put, inflammation is your body's immune system reacting to what you just ate. So whatever you eat turns on your immune system. And this can be a good thing. You know, you want to get whatever you just ate. I don't care if it's an apple or pig's feet. If you ate it, your body's like, okay, we have to take care of this right away. We have to move this over here, take that in there. You're taking whatever you just ate and turned it into your pinky finger or whatever part of your body. You literally are what you eat. Now, the problem is that if you're constantly eating, it's like constantly having, your immune system. Let's say it's like a ambulance, the emergency team, the firefighters, you got the first responders, the police, everyone's dealing with what you just ate. Now, if you're constantly doing that, imagine these folks are going up and down a city road. You just have ambulances and cars and chases and shootouts. G.I. Joe is there helping out your body. That's your immune system getting things done. But of course, over the long run, you're just wearing out the roads. You're wearing out everything. You're wearing out the internal lining of your blood vessels. And after a while, that causes a huge issue because you're just tearing everything apart. The roads are now completely messed up. And in fact, cholesterol is a bystander, it's an innocent bystander. Cholesterol, which is in all the cells in your body, actually helps repair the damage that's going on to the cellular walls inside your blood vessels. And if they're being innocent bystanders, they're getting knocked over by the ambulance, they're getting shot up by the G.I. Joe team, they're getting worn out. Instead of repairing the walls, they actually just stick to the walls like some dead zombies, like, I'm dead. I can't finish doing my work. And you pile up enough dead zombies, you end up with plaque. Now, a simple way to look at this I got from Jessica Black, ND, in her book, The Anti-Inflammation Diet and Recipe Book. And so the idea is pretty simple. Just imagine yourself as a cup. And of course, everybody's cup is different. But imagine every time you eat, you just fill up the cup more, and more, and more, and more. And over years, you fill it all the way up till it's just overflowing. And when you have that overflowing part, that's where ED starts showing up. That's where you have the type 2 diabetes, the hypertension, and things like that. So if you're constantly pouring this pouring more into your system and don't give it a break, you're going to have problems. And also, filling this up with medication is not going to help either, because you're still turning on that immune system process, and it's saying, well, I don't even know what this pill is. This chemical has been on the planet for less time than we've been alive. Try to figure this out now. So adding medication actually adds to the ambulances and the zombies and all those problems. Now, fasting lets you take control of the inflammation. When you're in a fast, you're allowing your immune system to now deal with the rest of your body instead of just dealing with what you just ate. So when you eat is just as important as what you eat. Fasting is 6 times more effective than calorie restrictions. When you're doing fasting, you're pouring some of that out. It's like, okay, your cup is full, you start fasting, well, you're pouring it out because you're giving your body time to readjust, to heal itself. You know, you can do intermittent fasting, that's just a little bit every day, or you can do prolonged fasting, which is a lot more. Now, all chronic diseases are caused by inflammation. And of course, as we're talking about, ED is on that list. Fasting stops the inflammation. Now, there's several forms of fasting. We're talking about time restricted, intermittent fasting, prolonged fasting, water fasting, juice fasting, religious fasting. There's a bunch of different ways that people have used fasting along the years. I'm just going to talk about 2 real quick. The first one I talk about all the time, that's intermittent fasting, where you're not eating for roughly 16 hours. You have an 8-hour window. Basically, you're skipping breakfast. And we're talking about, of course, no food and only water or black coffee, no sugar, no cream, or tea with no sweeteners in it. Now, something new that I want to introduce to a lot of guys is prolonged fasting. That's where you're fasting for longer than 2 days. Yes, you could do it. You're not going to die. Your metabolism is not going to crash on you. You actually have more energy, more power. But if you have particular chronic diseases such as ED, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, all of that classification of diseases, when you're doing the fasting, it gets rid of those issues the fastest. That's why it's very important to have this in your arsenal of fitness, as it were. Just give your body a break. Stop eating. Now, when you're taking medication, here's the caution. The medication, as I mentioned before, it's new to your body. Your body doesn't know exactly what to do with it. And so when you go on a fast, they tell you to eat before taking most medications. And that's because you want to buffer it. You want to have some buffer in your stomach because it will not feel good. So you want to be cautious with medication. There's actually a medical fasting protocol recommended by Dr. Jason Fung that works. You have people who are on medication for years, they fast, and now they don't have diabetes anymore. They don't have these different issues. And of course, the benefits of dieting, we're talking about weight loss and fat loss, increased fat burning, lowered blood insulin, which is very important, reversal of ED and other chronic illnesses, improved mental clarity and concentration, increased energy, increased human growth hormone, and increased testosterone by 180%. So here's that bonus that I was talking about. When you're fasting, when you're in a fasted state, don't brush your teeth with the Colgates and all that good stuff, because what ends up happening is that, that sugar is sending off that signal to your body to produce more insulin, which stops the fat burning process. So, you just have to brush your teeth with water. Now, I know for some people that's like, no, it works. But if you're drinking coffee, that black coffee, you do have to be careful of coffee breath. So just something to be aware of. So in conclusion, inflammation is your immune system reacting to what you just ate. Over time, your body parts start wearing out when you're constantly eating. With fasting, your immune system will start healing your body instead of just responding to what you just ate. So here's the question of the day. Have you done fasting, and how has it worked out for you? Leave comments below. We really appreciate that. Of course, if you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell so we can get more of this information to you. And this is Uncle B saying, get your game up. Peace out.